Welcome back to the shop. I was commenting on 357 Magdad's channel about wood and brass, and every time I see something I can't help but think, oh, 357 would love that. And I don't have a lot of wood and brass stuff. I like brass and I like wood. I've got nothing against it, but it's just something that I don't focus on a lot. And I honestly, a lot of times when I see stuff, it's not blatantly obvious that it is wood and brass, but I suspect that this might be brass, and I know this is wood. So this isn't going to be the most cerebral video you've ever seen, but I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit and maybe do some research post hoc and see what these little tabs are for. I don't know if these tabs were to hold in maybe a reinforced railing for drawing, but this is just a wooden T-square with these metal inserts, and there's a maker's mark on it, and right now it's a little bit hard for me to make out, so we will of course include that in the after shot, see what it is. But I'm going to get some time lapse now of cleaning this up. I think you know what I might start with is some of the Neverdull. That for some reason sounds like it might be a good option, so let me start. Alright, so here's the ruler. I've cleaned it up, you know, not spectacularly, obviously, but I cleaned it up with a Neverdull, and then the Neverdull, I also used just a little bit of WD-40 to help degunk it. Of course, WD-40 is not just for lubricating things, it's actually a pretty good cleaner in some cases. So the Neverdull and WD-40 did a reasonable job of removing some of the soot. As you can see, this has been snapped off here, and it's unclear to me if this relief here is to hold it in some sort of insert or edge. I'll have to do some research. The name, if you can see that, anyway, is the St. Taylor 930 ruler. So it also says B-Way, New York. So it's 2 feet long on this end, and of course 1 foot long on this other end. So it's a neat tool. Again, like I said, the wood and brass is pretty interesting, and we'll do a little bit more research on it and figure out what these inserts are for. But that's it, just a quick video. I wanted to get some content on the channel since I'm staying away from everything that's closed. I hope everybody's doing the same. Be safe. Thank you for watching, and as always, I look forward to your comments. Thanks. Have a good night. Since that was such a short video, I figured it was prudent to add a little content with my garden. My little brother Clay and I have been tinkering around. He started a lot of these tomatoes, and we ordered some other seeds. We got just a whole menagerie of different things. Lots of different kinds of tomato plants, cucumbers, some herbs like basil and cilantro. We got hot peppers, beets, onions, lots of different things. This is by no means a garden enough to sustain an individual or, you know, a family for that matter. But eventually, when it starts producing, it would be nice to have some fresh vegetables. And technically, peppers are not vegetables, they're fruits. Same thing goes with tomatoes, and I'm sure most of you know that. But during this whole COVID thing, with the stay-at-home, it you know, it might be nice, or at least somewhat serendipitous, that you know, this hobby might actually bear fruit, you know, pardon the pun, but or metaphorically and literally. So I do have a little bit of problem with some bugs poking holes, some leaf miners, and I've thrown some 7 dust on there. Oh, look at these squash, they're just out of control. But this is a fun hobby, and I think that if you're going to be stuck at home and doing anything, tinkering around, pulling weeds and whatnot, there could be worse things to do. We're going to be up to our eyeballs in beans here pretty soon. Wax beans, green beans, string beans, Lots of different varieties. And I think this is for me, it's always been a therapeutic hobby to work on, and I don't talk too much about it on the channel, or ever, if that matter. But I figured it would be fun to show you now, and at the end of the season, we'll take that time-lapse camera and show the entire season in probably 3 minutes. But there's quite a bit of work that went into this. They've got probably 3 yards of dirt that we hauled in with the truck, and then fertilized the topsoil that we bought. And anyway, there's a lot to it. Now I'll talk about that more at the end of the year when I put that video up. But anyway, I hope you guys have a productive hobby while you're locked in the house. So thanks. Have a good day.